Attention, interloper. Heed this recorded message. This drone vessel speaks with the voice and authority of Ur-Quan. You are trespassing within Ur-Quan space. This world, Earth, may not be approached for any reason.
Jeez.
Oh, he's serious.
Calm down, alien bug
Dude, let me on Earth. Let me on Earth.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to TMS. Welcome to Play Retro. I might still be recovering from Nerdtacular. I'm very tired. TPR. No, this is Play Retro. This is where we talk about old-ass video games. I'm one of your hosts, Scott Johnson. My precursor is the precursor to all precursor ships. And I'm here to stop the Ur-Quan from trapping the human race in this stupid force field thing. Good thing I'm skilled at one-on-one ship combat. Leave your fleets at home, jerks.
Leave your fleets at home. And I'm your other host, Brian Dunaway. And by the fetid breath of the Dark Twin, Kazan, I forgot to say before taking on these rotisserie chicken-looking Ur-Quan spider master types, and now I have to roll back to Seoul with my precursor in my hands and start over. Son of a butthole.
For the record, son of a butthole is not written here, but once in a while, Brian likes to improv. You know, he likes to put it out there.
I have it at the ready.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
I'm like Johnny Fever on WKRP. I might say booger at any time. You just never know.
And then that gets him kicked off the air or something, right?
Yeah,
isn't that the deal?
That's right. Yep.
You imagine
but not
saying
WKRP at the other place, though.
Oh,
It's
right.
job.
But you can imagine saying booger now on some radio station? It would be a problem. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
Just say booger.
Yeah. Gosh, wow, it was hilarious.
Let it out. All right. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're going to talk about Star Control 2. We'll talk a little bit about 1 and 3 and some other stuff, too. But 2 is really the peak of the series.
2 is really the one most people played, right? That's the one that people love.
It's also the one people still love the most. They've never really topped it. They tried recently with a kind of a comeback. We'll get into that.
They don't call it a comeback.
Didn't really work. Sort of worked. It was okay.
Right.
I liked it.
Yeah.
But some people really didn't like it, and it was rather different. Get into all those nitty-gritties. But what we usually do here on the show is we come in here and we start talking about a little bit of what we did for Retro this week. And I'm going to tell you right now, I did exactly jack shit squat with Retro.
Oh, no. Well, you did do the core cast where I was on the panel, so I guess I was a little
we had a little bit of talk about retro stuff. I didn't get to play anything, didn't get to set anything up or do anything cool. I did have a long conversation outside of the panels with Liam O'Brien, who attended the event from Critical Role. He's an old friend of mine.
Liam.
We sat down, we talked for a while. He loves retro gaming. He's a huge fan. So anytime he sees some like Atari 2600 on sale somewhere, or he sees a package of games someplace, he loves the physical stuff, the old stuff. He's like you this way. And he
Guess what, Liam? It sounds like I'm about to send you something then.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, look at that. You got your Core 500 mug. Nice job.
I got my Core fight. Like you would think, hey, look, it's Core. As they do a lot of modern games and a lot of industry insider stuff, but they've got a really cool logo that I believe this gentleman named Scott Johnson created.
Sort of. I mean, that
looks retro.
You may also notice it looks a lot like a Space Invader, and that's kind of what I used.
Well, you used reference material. It's not your fault that it's a simple thing to mimic. That's not your fault. It is a mighty fine.
I might tweak it though. I don't want to get in trouble.
You're such a tweaker.
Have those Taito people come after me, those lawyers.
Ooh,
we'll see.
Litigious.
But anyway, it was super fun. Nerdtacular was great. Had tons of people there. Lots of Play Retro fans. It was great to hear from all of you. Brian was there as well. Tondagosa was out for that. It was a great time. I was definitely there. Brian was there. And in the end, we were all there. Now, if you're wondering where all that stuff went, it is all being posted online. We started with the stuff that had no, look at the tag. It had no copyright issues for most of what we did, but there was a big stretch of like all the All-Stars games.
Oh, really?
Very copyright sensitive.
Oh, yeah, because the stupid movie posters. Warner Brothers has come after me before for having I was like this big, and then there was like a Gremlins poster that was like thumbnail size, and Warner Brothers came after me and said, "You can't have that in your video." And I'm like, I was talking about it, and I was pointing to it, and it was only this big.
I know.
And they were like, "Nope." And I was like, "All right, fine."
WB is real hardcore about that. The stuff that really got us, though, were all the clips he showed. So he had all those like TV clips and long movie clips and stuff like that.
That's hilarious because it was yarified. I mean, it was absolutely most of them.
One of it was.
That first day was.
Yeah, the first day was, but the rest of them were all. So I'm not actually surprised, but I haven't had a content warning from Twitch in like a decade.
Oh, you got it on Twitch?
Yeah. They were like,
wow.
Careful with the deal. And I was like, I'm not. I swear this is all fair use. We're just having a thing. It's a live event. It's a game show. Nobody's watching these movies and spreading them around. Like, let's be honest. We're in this together. We're all humans. Oh, I'm sorry. You're robots. We're humans. Put the human on.
Put the human on, please.
Anyway, we had a great time. All that stuff's going up on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Scott Johnson. If you'd like to watch any of that, and if you want to hear it, it'll show up on all the places you get your podcast. Brian, I know you went there too, so you were pretty busy, but did you get up to anything else?
I did. I didn't have my entire family there, so it was a little easier for me to mingle and move about the cabin. I was impressed with a few things that people showed me while we were there. Sunbun brought his Ambernick Mini, which I had just kind of said, I'm not getting one of those. They're about as big. I didn't realize this. They're about as big as a Dreamcast memory unit, right? So the little VMUs.
Oh, they're that small. I didn't know
they're that small. As a matter of fact, when I saw it, I was like, holy crap, that is the size of a VMU Dreamcast, and now I want one. I didn't want one before because I thought that's ridiculous. I can't get in there and get my big giant mugs on that
Is
thing.
Is it the mini or the nano? Are we calling it?
Nano.
Nano.
I think I
right.
debated on it. You're right. I believe it is the Ambernick Nano. I think you're right.
Yeah, there it is.
All you need to know is that it is uber small, right? Super small.
Very, very tiny, and I kind of want one. I didn't see him play with it.
I didn't want one. He didn't play it, but he did wear it on his badge, and that was way cool. And I was like, yeah, okay, I want one now.
36 or $39.99 says they're sold out. At least in the color I want.
That's fine. I'll just next time Sunbun's not looking, bam.
You just swipe it. It's so small you won't even notice. You won't even know.
Bam.
Yeah, I kind of want one. I don't know.
Also,
how much? What would this play up to? Do you know, like GBA stuff or what?
I don't know, dude. I didn't look into anything. I was just like, if there's a way to emulate playing Dreamcast VMU games on this thing, I'm in.
I mean, I would rather.
That's all I need it for.
The problem is the VMUs never really had anything cool. They were all lame.
There was a few little mini games, but not many.
Yeah.
Not many. But yeah. So, but if I could find a way, I would love a way.
Well, life will find a way if you try hard enough.
Life will find a way.
All right.
I don't. This is going to do this. This is not going to be the justice that this deserves. But me and TV's Travis both got a Doctor Who. Tom Baker. Tom Baker was my Doctor Who growing up, and like I said, you don't understand. This is 20 foot long. And it is amazing. And Zoe was wearing hers. I believe she had one on as well.
Wait, these were made by Zoe? Is that what you're telling me?
Zoe brings the bacon.
Did you call Zoe or Zoe? It's actually Zoe.
It is Zoe, but I call her Zoe.
Okay.
Come on. We're on a shortened name basis.
She was in my house today.
Yeah.
I didn't get no scarf.
Well, you got to be a little bit nicer to Zoe. Just kidding.
Damn it.
But but she made this. I commissioned it. Don't worry. I didn't make her sit there and number little hands, but she did just do it for cost of the material. So that's crazy.
Those are beautiful.
But yeah,
holy crap.
These are gorgeous. I love it so much. I need to do it. She brought me a flappy hat too. We'll talk about that some other time too. But anyway, to get to the question of retroness, I mean, not that Tom Baker's Doctor Who is not retro, went to the Quarters Arcade in Salt Lake City. I believe you have been there before.
I have.
Correct?
It's been a while, and I've heard there's been some redo in there, so I don't know what it's like now.
Yeah.
But how was it?
It was crowded. We went in around 8 p.m. Mountain Time. I think maybe 8:30, something like that. And it wasn't too bad. There was a nice mix of age groups. Very loud, a lot of old retro games in there and a lot of pinball games. I was wishing it wouldn't be quite so loud because I really did want to hear some of the pinball games, but I couldn't hear nothing other than people talking. And then around 10 o'clock, we had to cut out because all the college students who look like teenagers to me now came in and were screaming and disrespecting Mortal Kombat. So I was like, I'm out. I can't take this.
Not cool.
I'm out. I'm out.
That's the university's not too far from downtown, the University of Utah. So you could actually, I forgot that would be a thing. I could see a bunch of students coming in here and just wrecking the joint. You know,
that's right, just wrecking the joint. They were fine. They were fine, but they were like, I was trying to make my way over to the Simpsons 4-player arcade game. And I saw this lady, and she was standing at the bar by herself, and it was kind of like everything had cleared out around her a little bit, and I was like, oh, is she drunk? She's kind of swaying around and moving. I'm like, okay, what is going on? Do I need to avoid this person? So I didn't want to move until she got out of the way, because then she's going to do like a flip or something, like a handstand.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, okay, what is she about to do? I'm like, how drunk is this girl? And then I realized their friend was on the other side videotaping, I guess, a TikTok video or something. And I was like an idiot standing back there watching, going,
making content.
What you doing? Because I'm thinking this girl is seriously drunk. Somebody needs to help this girl.
Yeah, you were just doing that Good Samaritan stuff. I get it.
No, I was going to help. I was trying to avoid not to get kicked or hit.
I see.
I was not being a good Samaritan at all. I was like, I don't like drunk people, and I don't get away from me. Get away from me.
Don't like you, so move.
But she was apparently just dancing around for a TikTok video that apparently I'm going to be in the backup. Anyway, went with my good friends. Tonda Gassa was there. Scott Fletcher was there before Tank Girl was able to come a little later. Alan, the mythical Alan we talked about this morning.
Oh, yeah, the guy I've never met before. He was there, right? But I didn't get to meet him.
Yep. Yeah, Scott Fletcher, Ryan hung out with us, and a new friend, Jacob, had come up and met us on the way, and so we all got to hang out.
Fantastic.
Fun.
I'm jealous, man. I really wanted to go over there while everyone's doing, but I was just like, this ain't gonna happen for me.
But we were able to play 4-player Simpsons. Yeah.
Who'd you play? Who'd you go to? I like Marge.
I usually go for Marge because she's by far the best, but I played as Bart because I was feeling very Bartman that night.
The reach on her vacuum.
It's amazing.
It's hell of a thing, man.
It is
not
beautiful.
to be trifled with. Marge's vacuum.
Not to be trifled with. And we played pretty much all the way through. We kept dropping quarters. Can continue. It's amazing that I had any quarters left after the pinball machines essentially robbed me at gunpoint. Right? They just kept taking my quarters. And what are you going to do? Go up to the bartender? This ain't no regular arcade where you got like a nerd walking around with a like a hip full of quarters where we can help you out. No, you got to go to the bar, and that's not going to happen. But anyway,
I wish you'd have had time to take you to the Nickelcade.
Yeah,
fantastic place. It's big. It has, you just go in and you pay like $2.50 for a cover charge, whatever it is now. I think that's all it is, and they give you nickels with that also. But you can also, cash in more, and you just put nickels in all these old machines, and they have everything you can think of, including pinball, some modern stuff, a lot of the ticket crap, but then tons of classic games. Next time you're around, we're going there, or the next time I'm out there, we're going to one of them arcades you go to. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, let's do that. And me and Tonda were, of course, zapping the Stern Pinball app on all the pinballs, trying to keep track of our score. Played the new Pokemon pinball. Pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask about that. Yeah.
Yeah, the flippers in the middle are a little wider spaced, so I couldn't catch them all. I tried to. But I did a pretty decent score. I'll look it up later. I forget how much I got. Either I got 3 million or 34 million. I can't remember. It was an okay score.
Did you feel like it?
Pinball scores.
Do you feel like
how they work?
Do you feel like it had the kind of? Did it capture the vibe of the GBA games that are so good? In my opinion,
I actually better since it's so. I mean, I loved it. I think Tonda did catch a Pokemon. I never caught any. I was still trying to figure out, because each one of them kind of tells a story, these pinball machines do, and so you got to kind of figure out what you're supposed to do. It's like, I got to take this ramp. I got to hit the Pokeball in the center X number of times.
Yeah.
So but I didn't quite get there because it was quite the popular machine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Seems like people wanted to play it.
People wanted to play the Pokemans.
Well, that's good. And if you got a chance
Salt Lake City.
Go check it out. It's right downtown, not far from the venue, actually.
Yeah.
And the Marriott.
Slowest quarter dispensing machine I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I had a couple. It doesn't take 20s, and so I was feeding it 5s, and it would go boom, 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 boom. I was like, this is the worst game ever.
That's funny. The mini game of getting your quarters.
Yeah, getting your quarters.
Go check it out. It's a pretty cool little place. People are pretty happy with it. And if you're a drinker, there you go. You got that too,
Yeah, just watch out for the TikTokers.
Yeah, holy shit. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, all right. It was good to see you all there. Let's get into the game that we're covering this week and talk about it, because that's what we do in the show.
Shall we play a game?
We shall, and we're going to start with a banger.
Banger.
Well, actually, we're going to start with the old one, but we're going to talk about Star Control.
I would say I'm going to go ahead and defend the first Star Control right out of the gate. Yes, Star Control 2 is the best, but don't sleep on Star Control 1. It has things, especially if you had it for the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, there's stuff I didn't try that version though. How is that? You want to give us a brief?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it's a lot more scaled down than the other way. But in this one you will pick either a human or computer. You can pick as a cyborg or what's the other? It's like cyborg or droid. Essentially, there's a couple of components to how Star Control works. You've got your campaign or scenario places where you go to, and then you have your melee battles, and then you got your resource collecting. That's throughout the whole series. You have those things, so I picked a scenario. I forget which one I picked right away, but it was the wrong one. Because I got beat almost immediately. You get when you pick your scenario after you pick your I guess it's your faction, because there's only two. I think it's hierarchy and what's the other? Hierarchy and malarkey. And
yeah, that's definitely it.
It doesn't matter which one you pick. It's just a name, essentially. And then you get in there and you pick your scenario, and you'll get this starfield kind of map thing that rotates around. And at first it's kind of disorienting because you're like, what is going on right now? Because I don't understand. But it's important to understand how it is rotating, because you'll need to position your ships and your fleet. So you got to put your star base, right?
Yeah.
In one spot. You got to set up, and then you can distribute your fleet out upon this map. And as you move your way through the map, you'll encounter your opponent. And when you do, that's when you go into the melee mode. Right. And then you have to fight. Each ship is kind of like a rock, paper, scissors, just like later games as well. Each ship has an advantage against another ship and a weakness against yet another ship. And it keeps it real light on story. Get a little backstory of each of the aliens when you start the scenario. Mm-hmm. Users can also create their own scenarios. I don't know if you can't do that on the Sega Genesis version, but on the PC version, you can create your own scenario. Yeah. And so,
how's the sound on the Genesis? Because the PC version of this game pretty scant on the original game.
Oh, dude, yeah. So the Genesis version was about what you expect. Not bad. I enjoyed it. But this is also on the Commodore 64 and Amiga, and that's where I started playing, was on the Commodore 64.
Okay.
But the starfield is flat, and so it's actually a little easier to navigate, because you have to figure out on the Genesis version, on the PC version, I think the Amiga version as well, is almost, you've seen the XYZ coordinates when you're doing 3D applications. Sure. And make modeling stuff.
Sure.
And so you'll have these branches that kind of lead out as this star field is rotating around. And you kind of have to figure out where you need to be, because you only can go from certain only go from one planet to the next in certain configurations. Yeah. It doesn't become obvious until you're playing it. But once you do, you realize there's areas that are, like narrow, like a chokehold, so you can keep the other guy from getting down to your starbase. So that's the ultimate goal, either to destroy your fleet or get down there and destroy your starbase, so you can move on to the next scenario. So there's actually a lot of strategy to it. It's a little more
tons of
basic.
Tactics for sure, but it's definitely more basic than one. I mean, look, we're talking about 1990.
No RPG
this
much.
Is early, not a lot of RPG elements.
Mm-mm.
A lot of the screens look like this, just kind of ass.
I love, but it is what it isn't. Look at that computer with a 2 floppy disk, with his hands, robotic hands, controlling that bat stick. Controller. So that is pretty cool. Oh yeah, by the way, if you've ever played Star Control, totally borrows from all science fiction as far as the ships go. You got
little Enterprise,
Enterprise,
yep.
Yeah, Klingon, Bird of Prey. They don't just attack Star Trek either. They've got some Battlestar Galactica.
Oh yeah, look at that one right there. That's like a Cylon Cylon. What are those called? The Cylon.
Cylon breather. Cylon
Pokemon. I don't remember.
What is it called? I used to know that. I used to know that. What is it called? Cylon Speeder? No, that's not right.
It's not Speeder.
It's something like that, though. It's Cylon Scoop.
Crescent? No. Chat? Someone in the chat knows. What are we doing with the chat?
God, if I wasn't doing a podcast right now, it'd probably be right in the tip of my head.
Oh, it's going to drive me crazy.
Is it just Cylon?
I don't think it's just Cylon. Too. They had a name.
No, they had a name.
Just like their name. Their ships had them, too.
Raider? It might have been Raider.
That's it. They're Raiders.
That might have been it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Frostbitten Gnome, you nailed it. Good Lord, that hurt to get that out.
Oh, but yeah, they go after all this
stuff.
So
this thing comes out in 1990. It is Star Control fleet strategy. You got real-time stuff where you do some space combat like you're looking at in this video. For those listeners only, it's just kind of it's pretty rudimentary, the first thing. Top down, not even shmuppy. It's just like move around and shoot each other. You're not if you're looking for like Newtonian physics here, you're not going to get those. Not gonna happen. Just when you're like when you're around the planet, it'll pull you into it, and you can zip and kind of go faster because ships do turn at a different rate. Sorry, non-Newtonian physics.
Right.
That's what I meant to say.
So just imagine this. So when they originally thought this game, when they started planning this game, you've seen Space War, right? You've seen Space War. And then we had a more rudimentary version of that single player that was Asteroids. Yep. If you're familiar with Asteroids in that type, that's exactly how this controls. You've got only forward movement and side thrusters that you can depend upon. And as you get closer to other ships, it'll zoom in. And then as you get further away to draw the whole field, it'll zoom out to a different place. But there are planets during every melee fight that you can use to either shield yourself or to kind of zip yourself around if the other ship is faster than yours. Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, like here we got a couple of ship designs. One of them looks like, I don't know. That one looked a little bit like an asteroid ship. This one looks like a Galaga ship to me.
Galaga ship. Yeah.
It's green, but it looks like Galaga to me. Or not Galaga, Galaxian. That's how those ships look.
Galaxian. Yeah. Good call. Yeah. And notice also on the right-hand side, which is something they continue to do, is you get to see the other ship captain. That's my favorite part, seeing the ship captain, reaching around at the controls is kind of fantastic. Everybody has a name, right? Ships have names. The characters are auto-generated, I believe, based on science fiction characters. Paul Reich and Fred Ford from Toys for Bob were just obvious fans of science fiction, right?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, these guys like their science fiction so much they ripped off a bunch of it. And this is actually Paul Reich, if I'm saying that right. He developed a game called Ur-Quan, The Light and the Dark, which was kind of a strategy chess kind of game that kind of works something like this, but this one's in space. Yeah, and everyone likes space.
So there's real-time battles, but the star map part is turn-based. You have 3 turns each. And as you go through the different planets, you will sometimes find upgrades for your ship. You'll also find planets to mine so you can get more resources and upgrade or buy more ships, really, because you only start out with you start out with 25 Starbucks.
Yep.
Okay. And
nice
you can
job,
spend
guys.
those.
Yep.
Right. And the most affordable, if you just started playing. The most affordable is Earthling ships. We're early on. Even in this one, we still have the story that Earthlings are pretty new to the larger galactic empires that exist already. Right? We're just getting out there. So.
Yeah, which is a fun conceit. I always like that.
Yeah, I like that.
It is such an interesting combination of gameplay, but it really is a simple loop in this particular game. There's not a lot of story here. It's pretty light on that. It's Star Control 2 where that would get remedied, I think. I think Star Control 2, what makes it special, mechanically it's sound. It's definitely an uptick from this game. Visually, sound. I only played the PC version of either of these games, so I can't really speak to console versions or anything like that. But 2 was a huge jump. All the alien races spoke. And there was
if you had the 3DO version.
I thought the PC didn't the PC version have it
easily
I like easily.
interpreted, easily misinterpreted, because we have a whole bunch of Star Control 2, and going forward after a certain point, all the subsequent releases did include the 3DO versions. So originally the DOS version did not come with all the dialogue stuff.
You put
yes, you are
2
correct.
or 1? 2?
Two.
Okay, so 2. I didn't know that. I must have gotten a later. I don't remember when I played it.
It is really hard to get the original unless you go looking for it.
Okay.
You can buy for $1 something. You can get Star Control 1 and 2 from Good Old Games, and it will give you all the voices and stuff, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So
now,
absolutely.
If I'm remembering this wrong, tell me. But I think I have some memory that me and my brother went head to head in the first game on the same computer, some kind of
correct
local. He took the side of the keyboard, I took that side of the keyboard, kind of deal.
Correct.
That is correct, right? They had some kind of
Correct.
dogfight mode.
Correct. The melee, you could choose to play 2 humans with 1 keyboard, or you could do computer versus human. And absolutely. And there was actually a problem early on. They had to include with Star Control 1. They had to include an application that would tell you if your keyboard had the abilities to lock keys. So certain keyboards, if you're pressing a key, it would not be interrupted by any other key presses. So if you were 2 players and you're on the side of the keyboard that has some type of key that locks in, then the other player will not be. They didn't realize that until later because their keyboard did not do that, and they had to release some software to kind of fix that.
So the numlock, we're not talking just that.
Not numlock. We're talking many keys could be could lock the keyboard so that you cannot press it and another key at the same time.
Oh, weird. That's such a weird time for that.
Yeah.
You don't think about that at all now.
You don't. I'm sure it's probably because those keys are probably on the same, some rail or something, probably the same trace or something, and they aren't expecting 2 at one time or something, I'm sure. So,
well, I never got to play any custom scenarios that anyone created on the PC, and I always wanted to try that. And I didn't have any friends that were doing it, even though in 1990 we were getting into modding of I don't know what I guess Wolfenstein, because we hadn't quite had Dune yet, but we were doing some weird PC modding stuff, and I didn't know this was possible here, so I never actually played any of that custom stuff. How much control did people have? Was it just simply, here are the kind of ships you're going to fight? It's sort of the same every time. You know what I mean? How much creativity did I actually have there?
I think they probably had so you have a selectable ship choice. So I think you can have, I forget exactly how many you can have at one time in your fleet. So you could have one side have a selection of ships that are certain types, and then the other side has a selection of ships, and that's the main part of it. And I think you also can, I'm not sure exactly how the seeding works on the star map, but I guess you probably can determine how many planets have certain things. Some of it's randomly generated, but I think you can also define some things. I didn't get that deep into it, but that was my understanding from the videos I watched, that was the majority of it. You could write basically the story, the backstory, choose the ships that they could choose from, and basically how much resources and things are in that particular field.
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite things was proximity to planets would affect the gravity and therefore your ability to fight properly. Right. So you would get kind of, I was teasing earlier about there's no non-Newtonian physics in this game. Yeah. But they did put some gravitational stuff, and that feeling of your ship getting pulled a little bit while you're trying not to be is pretty unique at the time. Yeah. I'd never really quite played anything quite like it. I remember there was a game called an arcade game. Oh, what was it called? But wasn't called Black Hole. What was it called? There was something like that, though.
Black Hole.
Where a black hole would kind of pull on your ship. What am I thinking of?
I don't know, but I think I've played games like that, but I can't think of anything that was
it reminded me of that.
Primary. Yeah. I know I've played for the longest time. I was getting Star Control confused with a MMO game called Starport Galactic Empires, which kind of has some things in common with this, where you got to land on planets. Star Control 2 especially, where you landing on planets and having to
resources
having to
and
avoid.
whatnot.
Yeah, collection of resources. This one's more on rails with that part of it for Star Control 1. You get a lot more control in the.
This one is more about
second one.
going around and fighting random shit. And at that, it is good. But if you want more than that, I would really highly suggest Star Control 2, for sure.
Yeah, the melee is the big thing in this one. Just learning the different, because it's rock, paper, scissors, which is what makes it fun.
Maybe
right?
I played this game too. Maybe I played it on the 3DO. I had a 3DO then in '92.
Yeah. Now the first one, I may have misspoke. The first one did not come out on 3DO.
No,
it only
3DO
came out
for the first
on
one.
DOS, Amiga, Commodore 64, the Sega Genesis.
No, I knew that, but I'm thinking the reason I heard voice stuff was maybe that's because I played that version.
Yeah, the 2 definitely had the voice work in the 3DO version only in the beginning. In the beginning. Matter of fact, that was kind of one of the complaints people had about the 3DO version. While it was neat, they didn't have like professional voice actors, and when you're going through dialogue choices and things, it could be difficult to follow along with someone who's not a professional voice actor, and so you might gets a little confusing.
No, it's just a guy in the back room who did your voice.
Right. he was just cleaning the toilets 2 hours before, and he was like, "And by the fetid breath of the dark twin Kazan," you're like, "Oh, what the hell?"
Yeah, man. It's I don't remember if I played it there, but whatever I played had voice work.
Yeah.
And so let me tell you how happy I am to have done that, because I think Star Control 2, which we'll now jump to, is the superior game entirely from top to bottom. It is still Toys for Bob, the developer. Accolade is the publisher this time. Or was the first one? Was it also Accolade?
I believe Paul Reich, before Fred Ford came on. I watched a lot of interviews before he came on. Had made a 3-game deal with Accolade, so I think this was part 2.
Yeah, I think that's right. And there's some things about 2 that, in retrospect, there's some things that I think are kind of ugly about 2. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to explain. They went with this fuzzy DOS graphic look thing, whereas the previous game kind of looked like it came out of an arcade, and I think I prefer the look of the ships and stuff in 1. That's a weird thing to think, but overall, you're talking about a game with way more depth. You are visiting, including the Sol system, which we see right now.
That's where you start, baby.
You get to visit tons and tons of systems. You have this animated, here, let me play some of this. I think I played this guy at the top of the show as well.
Yeah, I love this guy.
Let's get a little bit of him.
Vessel speaks with the voice and authority of Ur-Quan.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that, a lot of serious alien bullshit going on.
Yeah.
And it is, in every way, in my opinion, better. It follows a story. It follows the defeat of the Alliance. Earth's becoming a Ur-Quan slave world. Player returns to the Sol system aboard a newly discovered ship called the Precursor Vessel and begins rebuilding a resistance against that hierarchy. It expands the original game universe to include a story-driven space adventure featuring diplomacy, exploration, resource gathering, and fleet building. For those at home that may think this is a 4X game, it is not.
Not quite.
But it plays around in the vicinity of all the 4Xs. You are exploiting. You are dominant, or what's the 4Xs? Hold on. Exploit.
Right.
Exterminate.
Yeah.
No.
Exterminate. Sorry.
Explain.
Explain.
Xylophone and
X-ray.
Expand. There you go.
Expand.
You're doing a lot of those things, but it's not exactly that. And when they made that new one in recent years, that was kind of that was meant to be sort of a big spiritual comeback.
Right.
It was okay. It wasn't terrible. It was all right.
Yeah.
It was. Everybody thought that was going to be a true 4X, and I don't know why they thought that. Well, you played these games, you know what the history of these games are. It's not going to be a 4X game unless they tell you it will be.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to this guy. Let's see if we can hear him. Hold on.
He's at the rave.
Commander Hayes of the slave planet Earth. Our hyperwave broadcast extremely weak. Situation critical.
I think that's a dude in shipping.
You're right.
There's a guy in shipping.
Guy in shipping.
Yep.
He was down there in the basement having a rave. Man, I swear.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. I like that dance you're doing, though. I didn't expect to see that today. That was awesome.
How could I not do the rave dance? We show up on near Earth. We can't get to Earth because they got that slave shield around it, right? Yeah. So Yeah, so this guy is out there on the starport, and you hop in there, and everything's apparently chaotic and going. But plenty of time to lift. Dude's ripped.
Oh, he's ripped,
You
man.
see
Look
that
at this
guy?
guy.
Yeah.
Look at that. Take that,
Yeah, look
Captain
at that.
Kirk.
Yeah, take that, buddy. Look at those
Dude's
guns.
Dude's a beast. But you see
He
what I'm
should be able to
saying
take-
about the art style? It's just muted
Yeah.
a little bit, and
Yeah.
it's not the same vibrancy as the first game. It's the only real beef I have, because otherwise this is a superior experience
Yeah.
in every freaking way. You can explore hundreds of star systems. Massive scope to this game, which, you know, today you can say, well, No Man's Sky, there's unlimited. It's virtually billions. Right? I get it. We've come a long way. But at the time, hundreds was pretty damn cool. You know?
It was very impressive at the time. Never played this back in the day myself, but I would have been. I think if just one of those games I missed, man. I really wish I hadn't.
Oh, I wish I hadn't have either. It was so good.
Yeah, I feel like, but I'm glad because now I get to play it now. So
Yeah.
suck it. Yeah, take
You
that for
upgrade
the
your
first time.
weapons. You can recruit alien races. You can do. They had other systems like build stuff. You can make a hierarchy, assign computers, cyborg, human, and android. This had more turn-based things in it, like mines, colonization, other stuff, but then back to that real-time fighting,
Right.
which I love. This is, I think, the game that first let me scan a planet for its minerals.
I think you're right. So
I don't know why that's so cool. Why is that cool?
one of my favorite things is that they added the scanning on this one. That's definitely a 3DO version because you get a much better look at this in the 3DO version. You get to see the resources down at the bottom, kind of like in a mini map area, and then the top part it zooms in so you can really see where you're going. On the DOS version, it's just in a little corner.
Yeah.
you land in it and you can just see it in a little bitty corner. It doesn't render very well. So the 3DO version far superior, but now of course with all the with the fan upgrades and some of the later releases that did for it officially, the open source one, I believe, all of that allows you to do basically the 3DO version, which is the superior version.
And I know it's weird to get hooked on this as a concept, but I'm telling you,
Right.
when I play things like Mass Effect 2, much more modern game, way off in the future, and you fire those probes to see what these planets have on them.
Yeah.
Thung, 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 and they all
Yeah.
go out and just like land around. There's something to that. It's ASMR for me.
It really
can't
is.
explain it. I don't know why.
It's kind of like pulling the arm on a jackpot machine, right? Like One Armed Bandit, because it's like, oh, am I going to get anything? Okay, I've sent the thing, and now we're going to see. Oh, I got minerals.
Yep, you got minerals, baby.
I got radioactive materials. This game is pretty good at not holding your hand at the beginning. At the beginning, though, they do kind of assume most players are going to go, let me go check on Earth real quick since they gave me all this backstory. And if you don't, then you jump into I think a subspace. I don't know exactly how to describe it in the game, but essentially to jump between areas, you have to go to subspace. And if you go to that first subspace and you haven't done the things in the Sol quadrant, then they'll essentially destroy you and you have to start back over. So
Nobody wants that.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I get it now.
Game's got some tricky business. This
It
is
does have
good.
some tricky
This is
business.
so good though, and I love deploying landers. I loved running around doing that. The new game put you in like third-person 3D mode, so you would roll around this planet. And they always made the planet seem really small because you're like on a little buggy, and you can see the curve of everything. It's like playing Super Mario Galaxy or something.
Yeah.
A little bit. Some people did not like the way that was handled because it just made the planet seem insignificant and kind of lame. I kind of disagree. I think it actually was pretty fun. And you have stuff while you're down there, you got to watch out for it. Lava eruptions, like flames straight up shoot out of the ground. There's earthquakes. There's hostile wildlife. There's other stuff you have to dodge and weave around into.
I like it
so it's not just so simple as like, I'm going to take your resources and you're done. You have to fight for it.
Yeah, and each planet is kind of specific to the type of resource, which I appreciate because you kind of know before you even go down. It's like, this is going to have this, that, the other. And so there's no sense in going down if it's all going to be one type of resource, right? And so you like the very beginning, you have to go to Mercury. When you're on the star base, our Commander Buff Man tells you to head over to Mars because they need some radioactive material because the lights won't stay on. And so you go do that and you return back and you give that to him.
There he is.
Yeah, here he is. Here he is again.
Yeah. Got those pants. He got that sweet belt. He's got the short sleeves showing off his muscles. He's looking good.
Yeah. He has nothing better to do up there. He's like, I guess he's the only guy up there because they mostly keep people on the planet and the Ur-Quan. It comes to find out, here's a spoiler. Come to find out, our enslavers are having a civil war. And so there is it may not look like it. This is in the future. Was it 2155 or something? This game takes place in like a 3 or 4 year span, I believe. And so it doesn't tell you that that's what's going on, but there's a civil war going on that you have time enough to exploit the distraction and get back there and basically free the people, right? Free the people.
Yeah, free those damned people.
Free the people. But this time around, you get to name your ship and your captain. I think I named my ship Balls. And I named my captain NC-17.
Nice.
Yep, Captain Balls.
Captain Balls.
Captain Balls. And I was glad I did that because later on they ask you to name you can name the Alliance. You can pick some pretty lame ones or the Empire Balls. And so I went with the Empire Balls.
Yep.
And yeah. And
you sound like a menace to the
I am a menace. Yeah. I am a menace. But the dialogue choices, they do have ramifications. You can sometimes talk your way out of
that's true, out of direct combat, which again I can't emphasize this enough. That was kind of an unheard of thing you could do. You saw this in diplomacy games like the Civs of the time and the early Civs. These things existed, but nobody was making this kind of hybrid where there was so much action involved, like tactical stuff, but then also, hey, talk your way out of it with that one-eyed alien lizard.
I can't. Every alien is lovingly drawn and imagined. There is such a variety of aliens. If you do nothing but go to YouTube and watch people interact with the different species in Star Control 2, you'll be doing yourself a favor because they're just absolutely ridiculous. There's some dinosaur looking aliens. There's the first people you come across are like he's like a spider person. Oh, he's terrifying. I think that's the one I got that quote from the start in my intro. He was fairly easy to defeat, but once again you get back to your melee action. You're gonna get out there and you're gonna die. So save a lot because you will be disappointed if not. Because you're going to have to manage a lot of things and you're going to forget because you got to manage your fuel. Fuel is always a resource that seems like it's in short supply. Yep. You're going to manage your crews. As you build up your fleet, you have your main ship that you start with, but you'll start buying secondary ships, landers, and things. And you can fight with the landers too, by the way. Like whenever you encounter another alien, you can choose to use your primary ship with all the upgrades that you've gotten on it. Or you can send out one of your little landers with a few upgrades and stuff too, and it's just according to what you're going up against.
Let's hear a little more voice from this guy just for the heck of it. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
We attacked the moon base and completely destroyed the enemy.
So he
found
says,
the base, but it was abandoned years ago.
Darn! All these years we've been listening to their incoherent broadcast, and we never even guessed.
Guy, I'm telling you, he's working in shipping.
He definitely is working. They just picked anybody at Toys for Bob and said, "Get out here."
Yeah, get out here, dude.
Bob.
Hey, Bob.
hey, Bob.
We got a new toy for you, bud. Get out here. I don't know the last time any of you out there listening played Mass Effect, Stellaris, Soulbound, No Man's Sky, you name it.
Right.
They all owe a chunk of what those games are. And those are all excellent games, by the way.
Excellent.
Stellaris in particular, Mass Effect, one of my all-time favorite series ever. And No Man's Sky put hundreds of hours in. All of these games do some stuff inspired by Star Control 2.
Yeah.
And maybe we're so far from it, it's hard to remember that that's where the iteration path came from, but I think it's good to give it credit,
Yeah, I think so as well. And like the fact that I thought I had played this is owed to the fact that this inspired so many other games that I felt like I had seen it because I probably kind of had.
You probably kind of had. Even if you didn't want to.
Even if you didn't want to.
Even if you didn't want to. Look at this. I now have this. I got a PNG of this guy. Check him out.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Boy, you grabbed that really quick.
Yep. He's just going to chill over here. I'm going to put him
chill right
put
there.
Him right
he's
there. Yep.
From the slave planet Earth.
It looks like Mark Zuckerberg is hanging out in here.
He kind of does
Doesn't
have a Zuckerberg look to him. That is hilarious.
Grody. All right. We are going to jump to the game that I think is the worst of the series. And I'm sorry to say it. I think Star Control 2 from 1996, with all of the expectation behind it. This is now Legend Entertainment, by the way.
Right.
And Accolade still publishing. Windows and Mac is where this came, and it is not as good.
Yeah,
it's okay, but I don't think it's very good. And they do we're into hey, everything's got to be 3D town, so they start doing some stuff that's a little bit risky in that regard, and I don't think a lot of that worked. I'm going to see if I can get some good shots of it here. Accolade.
That's a good looking logo. That's a good looking logo, though.
It is. Lots of this stuff here. This is fine. Pre-rendered stuff. Who cares? But it's a lot of this.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, does it? Like I like the old stylized way.
I do too. Just stay with that. Stay with the stylization.
Yeah.
Now, I will say the new one. One of the benefits of the new one is that the new one does use a modern engine. Very nicely animated. I want to say this is. You know the year on that? Hold on. Let's see.
The latest one, 24.
20. Hold on. What was it called? Not hyperspace. Hold on. Origins, right?
Origins. That's it. Yeah.
I cannot remember. Let's see. Is this it? Yeah. Here, I'll give you a little. I'll give you a taste.
Stuff?
This is
just the stuff.
This is part of it. See, look, you got nice, beautiful 3D environments. This is a brand new. It's a new game. You'd expect this sort of thing. See if I can get some actual stuff. Here you go. You got characters in here. Let's get her up here. Look at her.
Yeah,
they decided to go very kind of cartoony in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Throwback though.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There you go.
The interface.
I thought this was pretty good. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's as good as 2. I don't think anyone thinks that. But it did take what made 2 good and brought it to a modern audience, and for that I respect it.
Right.
And I'm kind of in the mood to play it now, I'll be honest. Kind of want to play it again.
It kind of looks like the art style of like Skylanders. Wasn't that like a derivative of what was going on here too?
I don't know. Skylanders, I don't know what they may have been.
Remember.
But look at this, like smooth scrolling, zooming in when you do the combat or you approach planets. No more are you doing like 3 phases of zoom, and it kind of harshly jumps between them. Yeah, it's also controller compatible, which is kind of cool. And let's see if I can get this person on the surface here here we go. So you fly down on this little buggy thing, this floater deal.
And you get to control it like third person view. I love that.
Like a proper 3D video game. I thought this was pretty cool. It isn't that complex. Like, you just really are, here's a resource, grab it. I'm full. Go up to let's go to the surface again, or let's go to the planet or the orbiting ship again. You research technologies. That's pretty cool. You'll find an old ship. You research it and check it out. There's stuff to like here. I think people thought it was too simplified, but it also so was the old
feels
one.
Like it. Yeah, but it feels like it's got the spirit of the old one. A lot of these things are right there in the old ones. I mean, you could find, you could find abandoned buildings on planets and bring that back. I love that.
This snail guy is awesome. Super fun hilarious. To talk to. I forget the year on this. Gosh dang it. I mean, this video was put up 7 years ago, so that's probably about right.
So assume 7 years ago. It's 2018. There we go. How about that?
Something like
Let's just say 2018, something like that.
Something like that. And the good news is this guy's still here. He's still checking us out.
Slave Earth Steve is still hanging around.
Still here. Now, I'm not going to say don't play 3. I'm going to say it's not what you think it is. It's not as good.
Right.
3 is at a weird what's the word? We're at an awkward point in games. We're going from 2D to 3D on every platform in every way, and everyone's rushing to it, and nobody's quite sure what's good. Is it pre-rendered shit that's good? Or is it rendered on the fly stuff? Well, that looks kind of crusty and not very textured, but the other stuff looks janky and slow, and like we just weren't there yet.
Yeah.
Had they just said, you know what we're going to do, and this guy said, I know what to do.
I got you, bro.
I got your brother. They were gonna. They should have just said, "Let's go stylistic with it. Let's make it hand drawn pixel. Let's go that way." I really wish they would have. 3 may have been better in that regard. So I don't have a lot of time in 3. I haven't spent a lot of time in there, but it's like a little FMV. The eras, the experiments of the era,
right?
All up in this shit.
All up in this business. Guess what you probably didn't get? You probably didn't get a cool star map and a huge manual with all kinds of backstory like you would have gotten in the first one.
Yeah.
And maybe even the second one too. Which had, by the way,
those, by the way? Obviously you miss those. You're a physical guy. Yeah.
Absolutely. I miss those things. I miss sitting on the bed and reading through what's up, bro?
Hey, dude.
What's up?
Right.
But whoa, who's this guy? This guy over here?
Why is he here?
Right. But I miss that. I don't miss the copy protection, because one of the things you had to do was you had to break out the big old map when you would play this game that would come on floppies and later CD-ROMs. But you'd have to break it out and figure out the star coordinates. It's like, okay, let me see what this stupid son is named, so I can name it, so I can put in here, so I can play the dumb game.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that in the Good Old Games version, but it still includes all the manuals and stuff.
Yeah.
I mentioned it was like $1 something. It's like $1.60
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
it's just absolutely stupid not
for
to
1
get
and
it.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, get it. Just buy that.
Yeah.
Buy a
Fun.
piece of PC gaming history, and you'll thank yourself later.
DOSBox, I believe, is what it runs in. I played it on the Mr. FPGA this week. And I usually play it on what is called the AO 486 core, and it was not running. It took a lot of configuration, and I found out there was a project called Gus, and someone has already configured everything for you, and darn, that is good. Like I said, I already own it on PC and stuff, but I didn't want to like bring up DOSBox and a second PC to play this stupid thing when I could just throw it up on my Mister. And it sounded so good. I don't know if they did. I don't know if there was like we probably talked about the Roland, the MT32 MIDI stuff. I believe that's what they configured it to use, because it sounded good.
I'll bet it did.
It sounded delicioso.
Ooh, crunchy. All right, well, there it is. Star Control 2 is awesome. You all should play it. Skip 3, maybe play 1. And then if you want something more modern, Origins is pretty good for what it is.
Yeah.
I wish they would do more. I wish more was on the horizon. As far as I know, nothing's in the works, but yeah.
And if you're lazy, you don't even have to buy it off Good Old Games. You can get the Ur-Quan Masters, which is the open source version, which essentially has a lot of the 3DO life, quality of life stuff.
Get that at sc2.sourceforge.net.
Yeah. And if you got Linux, you can just use your local your repositories and put that in there. Put it in your repository.
Did you ever play this Starport game? I never played it.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, that was the one I kept confusing this with. I played the crap out of this.
It's an old MMO, right? Pretty old.
Yeah, still out there. And you can still purchase little upgrades and stuff here. So I mean, I spent a little bit of money on this.
They
game,
haven't updated their site since 2023. That's a little concerning. But
yeah, they'll go years.
Yeah,
this is not unusual for this, but people still play it, man. It's massive, just like the M in the MMO stands for.
That's true.
It's massive.
All right.
Yeah, but you'll land on planets and collect resources. You can claim a planet, and then you have to defend it. You have to set up like turrets and stuff, and then while you're away, somebody will come in and take it back from you. And so it's just good resource management. There's some escort quest, which I know Scott loves.
Oh, I'm a big fan. Let's bring on the escort quest.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Can you Uber me to Seoul? Thanks, man.
Oh yeah, dude. Bring it on.
Yeah,
put that in my cheese and melt it for sure. Well, anyway, there's our look at that. That was super fun. This guy's going in the garage. Here he goes. Bye, Mr.
Keep him,
dude. What do we call him? We had a name.
Mr. Earth Slave Bob. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, look at you, the Dr. Pepper creamy zero sugar.
Yeah, now it's coconut creamy. Now this is the official flavor, right? Creamy coconut. This stays forever now, right?
I don't like coconut.
You don't like creamy coconut?
I don't think I do.
Creamy coconut. Okay.
Does it taste like a pina colada kind of thing?
Maybe.
All right. Or cream soda, maybe, or what?
Yeah, a little creamy soda, kind of.
Okay.
It doesn't have a real coconut taste. It's not real coconutty.
Hey, the Wraith 86,
It's got
and
a
I
little
agree. Ooh, coconut. I agree.
Ew, coconut. Oh no.
Beer.
Oh, I can't live on a deserted island. Boo.
Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo.
Well, good news, everybody. We have a game we made up ourselves as well. We like to play it here on the show. It's this.
This is just a guess. We'll have to verify it ourselves.
It's called Guess My Game. It is us taking old audio from an old game. We play it for each other, and we also tell each other the platform and year, then have a multiple choice selection of answers to choose from. I'm going to start this week with this. Enjoy this one. Hold on. I'm not on loop. There it is. All right, here we go. See if you can figure out this one. This is a Genesis game. The year is 1994. Okay.
94 or 95? You said 95 in the thing.
I'm sorry. I wrote it in two places wrong. It is 1995.
It matters.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't give me nothing.
I don't know why I wrote
give me
94 here, but anyway, here we go.
I don't know.
Pretty trippy. Man, I have a fondness for the Genesis sound.
Yeah.
Something about it. Listen to that. All right, you get the idea. Here is your list of potential answers. Is it A? These all came out that year, so no cheating here. A, Comic Zone. B, Alien Soldier. C, Beyond Oasis. Or D, Vector Man, which we actually covered here on the show.
Yeah.
Comic
Didn't we do
Zone,
Comic
Alien
Zone?
Soldier. I don't think we did Comic Zone. We did Vector Man, though.
Okay.
I think it might be the only one we have done. We may have mentioned other stuff in passing, but
Right.
I think that's it.
A, Comic Zone. B, Alien Soldier. C, Beyond Oasis. Or D, Vector Man. I'm definitely going to remove C from the equation. Beyond Oasis does not sound like that. I do not believe. Vector Man, I remember it, but I don't remember it sounding like that. Let's get rid of D. Either Comic Zone or Alien Soldier. I'm going with... Give me the... Why not A?
A, you say Comic Zone.
Why
Let's find
not A?
out. Is it A? Oh, it's
is it
Alien
Alien
Soldier.
Dang it!
I played it.
Rude.
This is a really good game, by the way. Have you ever played Alien
it's a
Soldier?
really good one.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been
Colorful.
a long time, though.
It was a late, late in the console's lifespan because that year we get the CD, or was it before that even? I think we got it before that.
Right.
So they were already pushing Sega CD down our throat and
Alien Soldier.
all that. And PlayStation was coming out, we were at the tail end, but Alien Soldier, real good, real good.
Real good.
Let's jump
Gonna
over to
be
yours. Give me a year
real
and a platform if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Let's see. This is for the DOS and Windows disk operating system in Windows 1997.
Here we go. A weird pattern. All right, this is interesting. Give me my options. What do I have?
Is it A, Dog, Fight for Your Life?
Yeah.
B, Turok, Dinosaur Hunter? C, Shipwreckers? Or D, Pandemonium? Why? I thought it said Pandemonium, but now it looks like Pandemonium.
I don't know why. I remember that game, and I don't know why it had a... Did you put that in there, or is that in the title?
Did I spell that wrong? I copied and pasted it.
It might be right. Something familiar about that. Not
Right.
really sure. Okay. Dog, Fight for Your Life. Dog is D-O-G with period, so it's
Yeah,
a...
D.O.G.
Do you know what that
What's up,
stood
dog?
for? What did it stand for?
Deoxy organ guy.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't think
Nailed
it's,
it.
I don't think it's Turok. I know what Turok sounds like. That ain't no Turok.
There's no Turok. He ain't hunting no dinosaurs in that game.
Shipwreckers. I don't know what that is. Man, I'm torn here. I'm gonna. You know what? I'll go with the one you misspelled. Pandalemonium or whatever. Demononium.
I think I did how did I misspell that? I copy and paste stuff. All right, is the answer D? Scott says, give me the D. And I say,
damn it.
It is dog. Fight for your life. Come on, dog.
Never heard of
now
that.
I've got to go look at not me either until this past week.
Fight for your
and
life.
It starts out like on when I saw it, I was like, oh, is this like a Mad Max kind of thing? Because this looks like something Scott would be into, a third-person shooter with vehicles and tours to use. It does have a story, but come on.
It's up here on...
Nobody got time for that.
It's up here on DOSBox.
Archive?
Let's see. Let's see if I can get it to... How big is this? Oh, it's actually kind of large. I'm not going to do it. All right, but I'm curious about that one. Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. It's very Mad Maxy looking. You're driving around in these beat up old vehicles and lots of fire and collecting. Well, I like when they collect the gold because it makes this really cool, satisfying sound. But I couldn't. That part was nothing but that sound and nothing else. No flamethrower, chain gun, grenade launcher, rocket launcher, none of that stuff.
Oh, I remember Shipbreakers though. That was Psygnosis.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Do you guys chat? You guys remember this box? I remember this box.
Yeah.
It was on PlayStation and PC. Both of them had it. I don't remember what that game was about. Was it like pirates? I think so.
It's gotta be.
It totally was.
Choice to have.
Yeah, what choice do you have?
Right.
You get all the shipwreckers.
Yeah, shipwreckers.
There it is.
Pirate what do you got?
Yeah, little pirate guy. That's totally
that looks
it.
like so much fun.
I love that developer. Everything they made was gold as far as I was concerned. I never played this one, though. But like Colony Wars, Wipeout, obviously. What was the other? Oh, Crazy Ivan. They just made games I wanted to play, those guys.
Right.
They were great. And then Sony folded them, and F Sony for that. All right, let's get to welcoming something to retro. Speaking of Big Mechs, Armored Core Last Raven for the PlayStation 2 debuted on June 13th, 2026. This was the mecha-based vehicular combat game from Software. And they have gone on to make more of these, and they're very popular. The most recent one is extremely popular. People love the forgot the full name of it, but the new Armored Core 6, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Something.
We'll have to cover it eventually.
Yeah, these games are amazing. I wouldn't mind going back to the very first one. Last Raven's not the first, though, is it? I don't think it is. No. Nexus was... Let's see. I can't remember. They weren't numbering them, so it gets confusing. But Armored Core, man, hell of a series. Hard as nails.
Hell of a series.
Super hard.
Hard as nuts.
Yeah. No wonder it's from Software. They just make hard shit. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And I don't mean they're constipated. All right? That's not what I mean.
It could be, but we don't know that.
We don't know. But they could be. Let's sneak that in there. Listener feedback time. We got a, let's see, this is a text.
Look.
What do you got there? Oh, let me see.
Welcome to the treasure room.
Oh, yeah, I played the wrong one, didn't I? No.
No?
Where's treasure room? When did we do treasure room?
I can't remember now.
That's email.
This is just...
Oh, it used to be, you know what? It used to be Guess My Game.
Ah, yes.
But we used it for we used it for those tags, which were really popular. Right. People had that stuff, like loincloth, just hanging to the ground.
Dude, once I got to the point that I had to flip it over my shoulder because I was coming in danger of peeing on it, I said, okay, that's enough.
Yep. That's when you know you have enough tags, enough badges.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with
it
those.
Reaches P level.
I owe my daughter for that because it was her idea. And
she does amazing.
Extremely popular. It went really well. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we got this text that says, this is from Pondering Goat.
Oh.
Yep. If you're going to have a goat, make it a pondering one, I think.
Right.
Not one that's eating, shitting, or peeing on everything. Anyway, here's what it says. Did you guys get to play any retro games at N26? Thanks for the show. Well, I guess we answered that earlier with your trip to the bar arcade.
Yeah, we had like I said, I went to Quarters. I'm trying to think of some of the other games I played. I played a mess of ID4 because it was one of the few things that were open. Very busy Quarters. Was all the pinballs were taken up.
Yeah.
I didn't get around to playing the Playboy pinball that was stuck all the way in the back corner that apparently moans. I did think I heard a few when I was playing ID4, but turned around and was like, yeah, okay, hi, how's it going?
How's it going?
And there was an Elvira I never got around to.
That's a good one.
But yeah, it's a good one. And I did get my friend Mythical Alan. He did play a little bit of the Galaxy. Oh my God. Not Galaxy Quest. Good Lord.
No, you mean
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Is
the words I was trying to get to my mind.
Those are expensive machines. I think it's really cool that they're getting these hot new expensive machines over there.
It costs about $1 to play most times. For these, I did play one or two that were closer to.
Those things are like 20 grand, 25 grand.
Yeah, they ain't cheap. I'm my guess is they're probably renting them, but I could be wrong. This place that big, they may just purchase them. I don't know.
Icarus says in the chat, have you guys checked out the Dungeons and Dragons machine yet? You can level up your character. That sounds cool.
I did hear about that, and no, I did not. I would love to do that. It's one of my favorite things about modern pinball games is the storytelling that goes on. So yeah, it's called Tonda's saying that the
Tyrant's Eye. Is that what it's called?
The Tyrant's Eye. That sounds right.
See, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, look
the
at
Tyrant's
that.
Eye. This is a stern joint.
Mm-hmm. You can rent these for your home too. Like a lot of places will let you rent, and if it's a stern, that means it's probably going to have the little Wi-Fi reader, and so you can just put that in there and keep your high scores no matter where you go and play.
Let's take a look at this here real quick. Just want to see what this thing looks like.
Yeah,
Tyrant's Eye. So this is a licensed deal. Here's a guy.
Here's George Gomez. I'm George Gomez.
I'm George Gomez, and I approve of this dragon.
Oh, look at that! Look at that dragon flipping around, freaking out. Give me that ball!
Look at him hucking him.
Oh, he's hucking the balls. Multi-ball time.
Yeah, multi-ball. Give me your balls.
Give me your balls.
Let me hold
your
your
multi-balls.
Let me cup. Never mind. Don't cup your balls.
My favorite thing in any of the newer pinball machines, they did this in old pinball machines too, but I love the ones with the hidden magnets. Not the kind that cheat, but the kind that are obvious. Like you'll go over, like in the Guardians of the Galaxy one, you'll go over a certain area and the ball just go.
Yeah.
It'll hang in that one little space and then it'll kind of come down at you. It's like
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm a fan too. I like that stuff a lot. Well, thank you for that message, Pondering Goat. I got to play no retro games.
I know that breaks my heart.
Oh no, that's not exactly true. Well, okay, so Matthew Bach, who ran our game room, or co-ran our game room, our tabletop room, which did great, by the way. We had a fantastic tabletop room dedicated to tabletop games. Always people in there, full most of the time. That was awesome to see. Super happy with that. Him and Ducey, just big shout out to those guys for making that happen. But he brought along with him a couple of notebook computers that had preloads of Bazite and some other distros and Linux distros and front ends.
Oh, that's
to show off kind of
to
show off kind of the state of gaming stuff, because I am thinking about turning my Windows PC into like a big Bazite box and going nuts that way.
Right.
And I'm just this close to doing it. And he let me boot these up, look at how this stuff played and looked and worked, and it looked fantastic. In fact, I'd argue Bazite felt a lot like Steam OS, just more thought out and finished up. Because Steam OS is just not quite ready for desktop prime time. Works great for, Steam Deck and getting stuff done, but it's not really a front end for a distro yet. Nope. But Bazite was real impressive, and I think I'm about to make the turn. Also, huge thanks to Ozymandias in the chat, who let me borrow. I showed it to Zoe today. Hold on, here it is. I'm not going to show the password stuck to it. This device. Look at this little guy.
We couldn't guess 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love that. Look at that sexy little thing.
Cute little
box
thing.
of boo.
It's got an AMD Ryzen 9, an AMD Radeon graphics chip, and it is basically a tiny little gaming box that has Bazite on it. So I'm going to be playing with this as I kind of get my head around stuff and figure out what I'm going to do. I just haven't had a chance to really do much with it, but I'm very excited about it. I got a lot of people in our community that are like super jazzed about getting me to, drink the Kool-Aid.
To bite, to Bazite.
To bite my Bazite. And I'm going to do it.
We had a 3D printing farm too, by the way, that was printing stuff.
Oh, yeah. Did you make that there?
Yeah. I did not, but I did see one that was being printed, and I said, I want one.
That looks like one of them crab dudes from the Dark Crystal, sort of.
Yeah, it's not, but yeah. people watch this print all day, and then when he brought it to me, they were like, "Oh, so you got it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, so leave it alone."
Where is
It's mine.
where is the Galloping Ghost? Is that in Indiana?
Oh, Chicago.
Chicago.
So, yeah, we should go to Chicago.
So what I do,
and go to Galloping Ghost.
I'm seriously talking. We're talking now, making plans for a Chicago meetup, like a Midwest
That'd be
meetup,
great.
and I would love
Yeah.
to go to that, man.
Oh, like I would too. That's been on my list for a while.
I don't care how hot and sweaty that city is. I'm going.
No, and they do. Then, by the way, they do stream as well on Fridays.
Oh.
They actually rated in on one night when I was playing. I believe when I was playing Razan. Rastan, Mr. Rastan.
Yeah, which is a Raz. It's a Raz tan, baby.
He's tan and he's razzical.
He's pretty razzical. Anyway, thank you, Pondering Goat, for your message. Our next discussion / game will be Narc from the arcade.
Narc
I
from
have
the arcade.
feelings about Narc.
Yes, as do I.
Oh, man. That was one of the bloodiest games I'd played. Up to that point, I'd never seen anything like it. And it was very controversial.
Yes.
And we'll get into all that, but also I think it's actually a pretty good game. And it used that technology that the Qbert guy helped develop to
That's
mocap.
right.
Yep.
That's right. I get it. I think that's what influenced me the last time I was thinking about Narc, and I was going back through and going, what haven't we covered? And I was like, yeah, I said I was going to do Narc. We never did.
Yep.
You Narc.
Stupid Narc, jerky Narc. I'm going to play Narc. My Narc is going to be great. So watch for Narc.
Yeah.
That's next week. Do your homework.
You know what doesn't seem like a word after you say it 100 times?
Narc. Yeah, Narc sounds really weird. I guess it isn't real. It's an initialism anyway, right? Or sorry,
I thought so too, but everywhere I was looking, there was no like N.A. It was just like Narc, and I was like,
it had it in the game, didn't it?
I thought so too. Wasn't it like bullet holes or something? And then I was like, maybe I'm reading it wrong. And so I finally was like, okay, whatever.
You know what? Let me look at this. I might be having a Mandela effect here. You know what? I totally am. So this is Narc for
same thing.
Yeah, let me show you this art. So this is this is the logo.
Yeah.
And there's no dots. I just think there's dots. And there's not.
I think there's dots too. I thought they were bullet holes, but I see the bullet holes, but they're not dots.
Yep. No one had the guts.
No one had the guts. Until now.
Yep. This is a Williams Electronics game.
Yep.
People that brought us
much less violent games.
Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked about this one. We're going to talk about
Say no or die.
This was almost as, in arcade terms, this was almost as controversial as Mortal Kombat was.
Yeah.
Like there were parents that were like, nope, play this game in life. Oh, look at this.
Nope.
Here's part of why they hated it. It was like disgusting, boarded up downtown stuff.
Yeah,
look at these guys. Oh, these guys. What are they hiding?
I don't know. They're definitely going to open their trench coats and go, look at me. Look at my sausage.
Yep. Check it out, baby.
Yeah.
Narc. Anyway, that's coming up next week. Also, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/playretro. It is literally our lifeline to make this show happen every week. So if you can or have not done so previously, head on over to patreon.com/playretro and let's get your support while we can get it. No commercials ever, pre-show content every week, and monthly benefits that you can only get by signing up today at patreon.com/
what a pre-show.
Playretro. That's right. Pre-show was awesome today. Totally enjoyed it.
Great.
Really, really good. It's always good.
Cellular phones when they were dumb.
Yep. You also get a little bit of something after the show. We're going to do Watch Retro, and that goes to our patrons. You'll get to see some of this live on Twitch, but if you're not around, get it in the Patreon in perpetuity at patreon.com/playretro. Our website is frogpants.com/playretro. And if you're trying to contact us,
Contact us.
You'll find all the ways there to do it. There's emails, there's voicemails, there's texts. You just got to go to the site to find it. That's frogpants.com/playretro. That'll do it for us, for me, for Brian, and all of you. Go play something retro, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
This has been a Frog Pants production. Find all our shows at frogpants.com.
Attention, interloper.